Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to another edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. Filling in for your host, as always, it's Ron Clay, and Shosan is apparently got to work at 4 in the morning. So,
Yay!
And apparently this is, important to him. I mean,
Yeah.
work's supposed to be important to him.
who
Who
cares
the fuck
about
goes to
work
work on a Sunday morning at 4
4
a.m.?
a.m.? Yeah,
He's going to be put in a box with holes in
the
it and
military.
shipped to Afghanistan.
Pretty much. That's probably what's going to happen.
That's
Remember
not
when
gonna help us
Tyrion?
back.
Remember when Tyrion gets sent across the sea in Game of Thrones? That's what's happening to Shosan tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So, sorry, Sho. I hope you make it.
Sorry about your back.
Hopefully, see you next week. But yeah, we got a few hosts with us today. We're kind of half of Six Gaming, as we mentioned on the pre-show. Starting with the illustrious Dan,
Hi.
aka Pantherian, and the illustrious Planet, which, by the way, I visited Vegetto Prime and Vegetto 2 today.
Yeah, I'm so big that my balls have planetary names.
Yes. So this is episode number 79. For those of you that are confused and think this should be episode number 78, apparently you missed when we had 2 consecutive episode 75s. So we're kind of putting the numbers back. We got the YouTube correct. Obviously, we can't go back and edit the audio, but whatever. So we're on the right track now. I blame Show.
Numbers mean things.
No, numbers mean but they do not mean birds.
Oh, shut your hole.
That's what words mean.
No, you
is
shut
birds.
your hole.
Hey, Ron, I'm being asked to tell a joke.
Uh-oh.
What do you call a snake with no clothes?
What,
A slut.
Naked.
God damn it.
Okay, you can go on.
I'm going. Hold on. Who the fuck told you to say that?
One of our watchers.
Oh, that's terrible. That is so bad. Anyway, we're gonna start off with Shosan's favorite part of the show, and he's gonna be so upset that he missed this part that he doesn't get to hit the button. So I'm gonna say it for him. Good news, everyone! Yes, it's news, and we have a bunch of news this week, starting with Nintendo. And there's some new footage of the next Zelda game coming out, which makes getting a Nintendo worth, right?
Always.
No.
I mean, you should already have a Nintendo Wii U because of Mario Maker. But if you didn't, now you should have it because of the new Zelda game.
No, the new Zelda's coming out on NX.
Oh, and this is NX.
Although they might put it on Wii U, but so NX also. I mean, along with that news, the rumors this week are saying NX is going to be a portable system that can play on the TV. So it's like the Wii U controller is going to be the system now.
Okay.
And you can play it on the TV, and it's supposed to have like PS4 level graphics. So they're lagging only 1 generation instead of 2 generations behind.
Fair enough. Yeah, and we have a bunch of rumors about the NX too. I'm not quite sure what those are. Did you put this on there, Dan?
Yeah, that's the rumor. The rumors are
Okay,
what
nice.
it's going to be.
Got it. It's excellent. So yeah, new Zelda game. I mean, everyone loves Zelda. Who does? Who here hates Zelda? Why?
Why not?
Turn in your gamer card and
I
leave.
don't give a shit about Zelda.
Kick him.
I don't play it, but I mean, I still think it's a one of the best series of all time.
I mean, they have a lot of good games, but they also have some really fucking terrible ones.
Yeah, well, I think you can say that about any series. So, yeah, that's the new news about Zelda. I'm gonna skip around here a bit. We also have Witcher 3 Game of the Year, aka the Dan's version.
That's the Patient Dan version.
Or the Richards version of
Yeah.
Witcher 3. That is going to be coming out at the end of the month on August 30th. So if you're not planning to play World of Warcraft Legion, then you have something else to do that day. Witcher 3 Game of the Year. Have they given a price point yet?
I assume that they're going to start at 60, and Steam sale it's probably going to end up being 30, and I'll pick it up then.
Yep.
There you go. And speaking of Blizzard, we've talked about the game mode that's actually the brawl that's going on for, I guess, 3 weeks. And this is for Lucio Ball, the soccer mode where you're playing 3v3 with all Lucios. Well, you're supposed to play it with all Lucios, but the exploit being that if you pressed a certain button fast enough, you could change into a random character that did not have their skills adjusted for the mode. So you could be playing against a Bastion, and a Bastion could switch into tank form and just shoot all the Lucios and then the ball into the net. Well, Blizzard has a fix for this, but they haven't been able to put it in. So they actually said, let this be your warning. If you start exploiting this, we're going to come down on you.
And as we discussed earlier, when some people were, here's trouble.
What? Trouble?
Make it double?
We already had the naked snake.
You started a show without...
Oh, for fuck's sake. What? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jimmy Russell's, a.k.a. Morphod. What? 8 o'clock, where were you? Tell me about that match, because I saw what you were doing.
He looks like he's in a nuclear fallout bunker, so that's apparently
Well, let me tell you, this was a finished basement when I started that match. We went into this miserable little old school level that only has like a one copy of half the weapons, and so it was a little bit frustrating because you're just kind of poking at somebody with your finger the entire time. You don't have any big guns to shoot them with. But I went on like a 7-kill streak at the end to bring it back, and only had to suicide 4 times. But yeah, it was a pretty exhilarating experience.
Nice. 2017, I see. But why would you play EO? What the hell?
I love this level. I love hating things.
Silly. You love hating.
Anyway, now that I've derailed your show, hi folks, I'm Morphod. I'm also known as Jimmy Russells. I have so many names. I have no friends.
Well then.
That makes the subcockles of my heart all warm and tingly.
Maybe in the subtacular area? Yeah.
Yes.
We don't know, folks.
Well then.
So yes.
You're an asshole.
Shut up and sing the song, Dan. Right. Not that. Oh my God, Dad, shut up. So yeah, that's the.
I was saying something about Blizzard, and I forgot what it was.
It was Lucio Ball.
Yeah.
And it was like Lucio Ball exploits, and Blizzard's gonna be cracking down on.
Whatever.
Something, sure. But of course, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that on Tuesday for the PlayStation 4, No Man's Sky came out, and for PC, came out on Friday. And PlayStation 4 has been kind of okay. There was like some issues with people. They actually had 2 people in the same system at the same time trying to meet each other, and didn't quite work out.
One of the things I saw show people looked at the stream, and supposedly one of the guys wasn't online. Right. Or they were in different lobbies or something.
Yeah,
so I don't know if
there's a at least on the PC, when you go into the menu option, there's a little thing at the bottom that says you're connected to the online network or you're offline. It'll say one of the two, and I've actually played the game while offline, so there's that. But yeah, the PS4 was kind of an okay launch. There's been people that have panned the game because they don't like the repetition and a lot of the boredom that comes with that kind of repetition. They say that after a while all the planets look the same, stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that love the game. They love the exploration thing, going from planet to planet, seeing what's different out there. And then it dropped for PC, 10 a.m. on Friday Pacific time. And what was the phrase? Because you didn't put the phrase in here.
Total Biscuit said this.
Quote, this is
like
Arkham Knight levels of bad.
Yeah.
And he says Arkham Knight levels of bad, and that makes me think completely broken quests does not even start for some people. For the people it does start for, the performance is extremely bad. I'm only aware of one of those 3 being true.
A Reddit thread was filled with people saying, like, I have a GTX 970 and is chugging at 23 FPS, and
oh yeah,
there were a lot of people having performance issues.
That's the one I think is true.
there were a lot of people where it was crashing out after playing for short periods of time. There weren't a lot of people with it. It wasn't the game. The gameplay itself, when you could get it to play, was not buggy in and of itself. So like there weren't broken quests. Like the game works as intended when it's working.
Yes, and that wasn't the case with Arkham Knight. There was some serious problems with the game.
Yeah,
but the main issue that I'm noticing, two of the main issues that I'm noticing are the crashes. But I say that, and I've only had it crash twice, and that was in the same play session Friday evening. When I first loaded the game, I like literally started streaming at 10 a.m. Friday, and played it for 8 hours straight without it ever crashing once. There are some issues with, like, if you're playing on full screen, you can't Alt-Tab out without jumping through hoops to get back into the game that involve Task Manager. There are some very bad technical things wrong with this game that probably can easily be fixed, but they can be worked around, and you can actually play the game. Mm-hmm. So I don't think Arkham Knight levels of bad is a fair assessment.
No, there were people that could play Arkham Knight too. I mean,
yeah, Sho could play Arkham Knight too, but he said that the entire game was broken. Like, quests are broken.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just the quote that I saw. There were a lot of people having trouble running the game.
But yeah,
there's a lot of people that have found like PS4 file partitions in the PC game. PC version is basically just a port, which is sad. But some people were theorizing, and I don't know if I believe this, but I mean, a lot of the money for the game came from Sony. Mm-hmm. So Sony potentially has an interest in making the PS4 version good and the PC version not good. But to say that Sony paid them to sabotage the PC version, I think it's more that the money was spent to support the PS4 version, and therefore they didn't have the time or the money to really make a good PC version.
Right.
And generally the way that goes is that your sponsor, it's not that you're going to nerf something else, that you're going to spend more time optimizing it for a different platform.
Right.
Yes, and to be fair, the game is actually good. I'm enjoying the crap out of it. I've been playing it pretty much nonstop since release, with exceptions of dinner and sleeping, and podcasts. So, I mean, it is a fun game. It is a really, for me, it's exactly as Sean Murray describes it. It's a nice game to chill with. There's nothing really hardcore about the game that you're competing with or trying to get an advantage for anything. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain without actually playing the game. I think it's really fun. But yeah, the reviews on Steam have been mostly negative, and it is almost 100% due to the performance issues. So sounds like Hello Games has got some work to do to get their technical stuff ironed out, and hopefully they'll do that. I mean, they've already had one PC patch that helps a lot of people with getting the game running. So I don't recall seeing the patch notes on it, but it was released within 10 hours of the game release.
So even though everyone else is having problems, what Ron is saying is he doesn't care. He's still free. You can't take No Man's Sky from him.
I think that sounded better in your head.
You definitely did.
So, yeah, that does it for our main news this week. You guys got anything else to add?
Yeah, Riot is suing people, which is actually very rare for them. And chewing stop, please. Oh my god, I hate that sound.
What?
Did you bring enough to share with everyone?
Have some chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
God damn it. So right
I'm
now...
just going to sit here like this.
Oh, God.
I could have danced.
Oh, please don't.
I will say that this man does sing show tunes.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
At any rate, Jesus Christ. Right now, Riot is suing 3 German hackers that are secretly behind a Peruvian corporation that runs League Sharp. What League Sharp does is it, quote-unquote, enhances your experience with League of Legends. Basically, you become a fucking cheater. It gives you unreal accuracy. It just makes you play like a bot. And it's actually ruining League of Legends because I've seen this in games. I've seen it in ranked. It's one of the reasons I stopped playing ranked is because I've noticed this. I didn't know who was behind the botting industry for League of Legends, but if it doesn't stop, it's going to ruin the complete competition for it.
Yeah, and we've seen stuff like this in World of Warcraft too, where people will write these bots and then unleash them on the PvP universe, and Blizzard says, "Hey, screw you, we're going to file a DCMA suit against you." Or there was another one recently that it was DCMA. What was it? It was just like this past week.
I know what you're talking about. It was for Overwatch, wasn't it?
Was it Overwatch?
I think so, because people were. Well, no, there was the exploit for the one map, but that wasn't them. But it was for like aim bots and stuff like that.
There's that, and there was something else too. I'm sure I just can't remember what it was. But yeah, I mean, these are legal ways of companies to get these cheaters to stop from distributing their stuff. I mean, it's one thing for somebody to sit in their room and develop a bot and use it for their own games. They're just going to get banned. But when you're promoting another company's materials and doing this, they've got a legal way of taking you out, and that's exactly what's happening with League Sharp. I'm sorry.
Should be called Douche Sharp.
League douches.
Yeah.
Wait, League douches are all the people I get on my team when I play.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it's just it's annoying. It honestly is. It's fucking frustrating to play. You know, when you're on your game, you know, and I have been. It's just it's frustrating as fuck, and then you know you're always gonna have that disadvantage because that person can always hit you with that hook, or that grab, or that snare, or anything of the sort. It's not fair, and it's fucking annoying when you try to play your best and it's impossible to do so when the other team's just cheating.
Yeah. That's very difficult.
And that could be said about any game, but even more so in League of Legends, just for the simple fact that it's strictly PvP based.
Yep. So there's that. And then the one thing that I didn't have written down, are you guys familiar with AM2R? AM2R stands for Another Metroid 2 Remake.
Ugh.
And they basically spent years making a faithful remake of the Metroid 2 game. And just this week they have released it. And within a couple days, Nintendo DCMA'd their web host to take it down.
Shocking.
Not shocking at all. But I mean, literally, it was like within days of the release. I mean,
they get Nintendo to sign off and that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because you have got Microsoft and you've got Sony, and they don't do this stuff with their games. It's just Nintendo. It's the same thing with the whole YouTube stuff.
Well, but think about Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft. What character do you associate with Microsoft quick?
Halo.
Yeah.
Okay, Master Chief.
Yep.
Right? That's about it. Who do you associate with Sony?
Uncharted, God of War.
A couple of things that you kind of do. Like, Nintendo has a lot of first-party IP with their characters, and they protect it strongly because...
Well, they protect it very strongly.
Yeah, aside from their systems.
They studied the book written by Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of it. Like Mr. Fu said, they lost the hardware war. Their money is their IP. We were just talking about Zelda, and it's a reason to buy their console, right? I mean...
Because you're not going to see Zelda anywhere else.
Right.
Nope.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they've let this whole thing. You guys heard about these Zelda randomizers that have come out?
Oh yeah.
Like for instance, there's it was originally for Zelda. I want to say Zelda 2 was the first one, but they have the original Zelda and then they have the Game Boy Link to the Past. Those three all have a randomizer where it can randomize certain elements of the game, such as the health of the enemies where things are, like all kinds of things. The dungeons are randomized. It's just insane.
So you can replay Zelda, basically.
So you could over and over to it. Basically turns Zelda into a roguelike. Is what it does. Now I'm surprised that hasn't been shut down yet, because basically the way that works is you have a program and you have the original Zelda ROM. And the program creates a copy of the ROM with the random stuff in it. So you're using the original IP to essentially make an entirely new game every time you roll the randomizer. And it's kind of interesting that they haven't come down on that yet.
There's also I'm surprised they also haven't come down on Pokemon Revolution.
That was the other one I was going to bring up. PRO is very much that's been around since last year.
Yeah.
And they haven't touched it yet. And I know a streamer that streams a lot of Diablo 3, and she's been considering streaming this, and she's not going to stream it until Twitch says it's okay.
And I don't blame her. It's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. You know,
it's not. It's Pokemon. Let's be honest.
Oh, shut your hole. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not fun. Shut your hole.
I have so much to say on this, but I'm holding my tongue.
No, I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
I think we should go to the second part of the show.
It's Showson's favorite part of the show, and he's going to beat himself up over missing this. And this is, hey, podcasters, what you playing?
That was faithful to Show.
You have to say it like Show, because if you don't, it's just like, hey, podcasters, what you playing? And it just sounds like crap.
Yeah.
We can't have that on the show. We have to put
the
forth
show is filled with high quality.
High quality.
I am in a bomb shelter.
High quality. Very high, folks. We go so far as to go to bomb shelters to bring you.
I have an important question, Morphod.
Yes.
Do you have any Radaway? Or bottle caps?
All right.
Do you have bottles?
He's got bottles, all right.
Cans.
Keep the caps.
Mr. Morphod.
What?
What, sir, have you been playing?
Mostly Descent. I mean, I've been busting ass at my internship, so. But hey, you know, we do have a couple of interesting things. We've been toying around with NetHack when the internet connection was complete garbage.
NetHack, oh boy.
Oh boy. And probably the most frustrating thing about that is, you see this keyboard? I got this brand new cheap-ass mechanical keyboard. Does that look like it has a number pad? No. What the fuck am I doing to go in directions? It's like
HJKL, if I remember.
HJKL, then YU and M comma. And yeah, I mean, like, I understand it's supposed to be based on VI commands, but with all the commands that there are in NetHack, I'm doing like Control-Shift-Meta fuck you. So. Still just trying to understand the thing. You know, it's a game that seems to have a high learning curve, even though you can easily just jump around a bit. But you know, it's mostly just trying to figure out what modification you need to open a goddamn fucking box. You know, at first you got to stand on the box, and now you have the box, and you need to pick up the box. When you pick up the box, you can activate it. But in order to activate it, you have to. It has to be unlocked, and in order to unlock it, you have to pick it or cast a spell on it, or you know, just fucking beat your head through the fucking thing until you actually get to the goodies inside. And every time you beat your goddamn head against there, which I think is like Control K or something, then you have the opportunity to ruin what's on the inside. I had no idea that paper scrolls could shatter from me beating my fucking head against a wooden chest.
Surprise. Have you tried pudding farming yet?
I should have just eaten the chest.
It's kind of funny because you mentioned NetHack. It's like one of my favorite achievements from any game ever is defeating Demogorgon, unexpectedly encountering him, and got him on a floor that wasn't the floor he started on, and beat his ass with a few arrows, and it was entertaining. I was surprised I lived.
Put him in his knee.
And other than that, we've been visiting my mother's place, and she still has the old Wii, and a game that I never bothered starting was Strong Bad School Game for Attractive People.
What?
So
nice.
So hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit through that episodic series. I like a good point-and-click adventure, especially when I got gigantic TV to point and get mad at because, no, click that, click that, fuck you. So, and that's what I've been playing.
I did not know that Telltale made a game like that. That's pretty crazy.
Awesome.
I never even heard. When did it come out? 2008. Holy crap!
Yeah,
time ago.
Like
that is a long ass time ago.
8 years.
Yeah,
ago.
I went on a strong bad binge email. Went through all the emails back about a year ago, and someone said, "Hey, have you played the game?" It's like, well, I bought the game, but I never did play it. So, well, we got to go back and try to figure out where how Strong Bad's going to win the race, I think, or something like that.
Fun. Very interesting. All right, anything else?
Nope, that's all I've been playing.
How have you been doing with Descent?
Yes, I sure have. I have been all over the place. I did pass my demotion challenge with flying colors and then proceeded to just lay egg after egg after egg. I'm having a very tough time with an old school pilot who came back, and he's just got this ridiculous aim with more than one weapon, and it just seems like he never runs out of ammo when he should. He's very good at holding on to the big heavy weapons and the missiles right up to the last point, and because I have such a good connection to him, even when I'm on my worst connection, he's got like a gigabit connection in Boston. So every packet always sends, but it's just I can't figure him out. So when he's beating me, I told him when it rains it pours. I'm losing to this guy by 8, 10, 12, and I'm supposed to be beating him 20-17. So
lovely.
But I did have an interesting back and forth with my biggest rival, and I will be going to his place for a LAN party.
/ barbecue.
Yep. We're going to pack up the smoker, and it's going to be a LAN party of 2 people. Yay! But going to head out there for Labor Day weekend, and hopefully we can set the record straight. So that's what we've been doing.
Nice. Dan, what you got?
Not a lot. I've been playing Diablo 3 because season, and I haven't bought No Man's Sky yet. And that's actually mostly it. One other thing that I've been doing recently that, not really gaming, but a friend of mine told me about this thing called Bullet Journal.
Okay.
And it's basically just you keep a notebook in your pocket or something that you can carry with you, and it's got like this specific, like you draw a dash if you have a thought, and a circle if you have an event, and a dot if you have a to-do. And you like list it out. I mean, it's basically a journal, but you everything's short, and it's this whole like keeping track of all your shit, and it's kind of been interesting. So I've been kind of working on that, and I would suggest that you guys look into it if you're interested in keeping track of your shit a little bit better.
Man, I would never be able to do anything.
That sounds like pretty much just making a Twitter to yourself.
Kind of, yeah. But the act of physically writing it kind of helps you remember stuff, and
yeah.
I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, cool. Anyway,
it's more like a shitty minute. No,
anything else from that? Cool. Veg.
I've been playing a lot of D3 as well as Legion, or not Legion, but World of Warcraft Demon Hunter Edition right now. It's a lot of fun. I am kind of a little upset that they only released like half the talents for Demon Hunter, not even. I understand why, but it's just meh.
Yeah, that's been like this one thing stopping me from continuing playing mine. I'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun though. Like, it's a very interesting class. It's very mobile, but it reminds me of another class from another game, which is the Reaper class from Terra. Very dodgy, very aerial combat style, very flashy too.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'm just glad that they actually stuck with the lore of Demon Hunters, which is that they're only Blood Elf and Night Elf. Thank Christ. So it's not like the whole Death Knight debacle. So, or if people don't know what that is, it's supposed to be Fallen Paladins originally, and that was only a few races, not every single one of them. So they changed that to Fallen Paladins, the Fallen Heroes. So it's been a lot of fun if you're interested in it. I don't know. I would honestly, if you didn't pick it up already, I would wait. I guess I don't know. It's just a neat feature. If you still are sub to WoW, the Legion event's going on right now, which is a lot of fun. Just mass murdering demons. You know,
we've been doing a lot of that.
Yeah, who doesn't like doing that?
Right.
I'm also not going to say anything about the Legion event, just for simple fact it has some huge fucking spoilers. So yeah, I've also been playing League of Legends and No Man's Sky, of course.
Yes.
I do have to. I am on one of the complainer lists that, for no reason, my frame rates will go from like 40 to 3 for no fucking reason.
Well, I haven't had it go that bad.
I have, and I don't know what it is. Like, as soon as I look to the sky, I have perfect frame rates. But as soon as I look down, it's just gone.
No.
And that's only if I'm on the ground. Like, space is fine. Yeah, space is fine. Looking up in the sky is fine. But as soon as I get into a certain area or look at a certain thing, my frame rates just go. Yeah. And I can't find what it is, and it's driving me insane. I know that my computer is fairly old. You know, it's 5 years old now. I haven't upgraded the graphics driver or the graphics card or anything like that. But yeah, I've been having a fun time with it. I haven't gone too much because I fucked up a little bit, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's definitely on the thing of relaxing. You know, which I don't know if that's what the intent of it was originally, but it's what it is for me. So.
By the way, Veg, when you said on Discord that you said something about getting heat exhaustion is so much fun, I thought you were talking about No Man's Sky. I thought, like, if you were out on a desert planet for too long, then you would get heat exhaustion, because everyone else was talking about No Man's Sky. But you actually got heat exhaustion today.
Yeah, I got heat exhaustion today. I still feel like shit. I don't know if it's in my voice or not either, but
a little bit.
Yeah, I feel fucking terrible. So yeah, not working tomorrow. Fuck that. So yeah, definitely. I would wait on No Man's Sky. I was just very fortunate for reasons of how I obtained it. So I would say right now it's not worth $60. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong on that. It is very fun. It's just they need some shit to work out. Like they were saying earlier, like the random frame rate issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Foo's playing Here's the Storm and Civ 5. Just one more turn. Just one more turn. Before you go to bed, just one more turn.
Yeah.
It's just one more.
That's it.
God, they will try all as hard as they can, but they will never be able to beat Leonard Nimoy's narrating in Civ 4.
No.
I read that for Civ 6, I read who it was going to be, and I can't remember right now.
Now, Morgan Freeman would do a pretty good job.
Let me find out who that is.
They need to get the guy from Darkest Dungeon to do it.
Yeah, they do.
Talk about one of the best narrating in a video game. Darkest Dungeon's got most games beat.
Oh, supposedly it's going to be Sean Bean.
Oh my god.
So expect him to get like the first few tech tree items out and then die.
There you go.
Mr. Bean.
All right, anything else,
Bond.
Rowan Atkinson.
Sean.
League of Legends here and there just to keep up my... Yeah. Just to keep up my skill, at least in some sort of MOBA. Because I don't know why, but I just can't bring myself to play fucking Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. But that's it.
Cool. So a bunch of things for me, but mostly chronologically. over the last weekend, I was playing a lot of Crypt of the Necrodancer to prepare for the World Cup. That the actually registration ends in 23 minutes. So if you wanted to play, go to CondorLeague.tv right now. But that kind of got undercut by Diablo 3 with the season going on. There's a lot to do there. Me and Kathy and sometimes Veg, sometimes Pant, sometimes Show. We have been playing a lot of it, and I've gotten over Paragon 600. I think I'm at like 620. Sully's in the 500s. Veg, I think you're in the 500s.
I'm almost 500.
Almost? Wow.
Yeah.
But that, of course, got undercut on Tuesday by the Legion Invasion event beginning, and I started my Demon Hunter, which, by the way, has the best name in the game, Unpreparing.
So fucking stupid.
Unpreparing is a great name.
No,
for
you're
Demon Hunter.
an ass.
It is a great name. It is so good. So, anyway, Veg's opinion, whatever. But yeah, we went through the storyline with that, and it's a fantastic storyline. If you're at all into the World of Warcraft lore, as far as lore goes, Blizzard's done it again. Check it out. And then you get the actual... and then you get the actual invasions, kind of more of a grindy event where you're grinding up these tokens, trying to save the world from all the invasions. And then after that, we went and played the storyline quest on our main characters, which doesn't go through all the Demon Hunter's past history, but rather what happens when we go to the island to find out what goes on. And I'm not going to give away any spoiler alerts from that. But you should watch both the Alliance and both of Horde's cinematics for that.
Yeah.
They're all very good, and really sets up the tone for the next X-Pack. Great storytelling by Blizzard as always. I've never faulted their storytelling. It's just so good.
Yeah. That was never my issue for them.
Who cares if they forget about a dwarf every once in a while?
You mean how they forgot about Muradin for?
Yes. Yes. The red shirt guy will keep them straight on that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened. Then yeah, we did that and we played it one day, and it was like, yeah, this is kind of boring. So we went back to Diablo 3, and then yesterday happened, and No Man's Sky has kind of taken over the last couple of days. Probably, I could tell you how many hours I'm in. I am 17 hours into that game already. So I've been playing a lot of it. Yeah, I do have the performance complaints that other people do, but as far as the boredom or anything like that, yeah, it kind of seems a little grindy at times, but there is an end. There seems to be an end in sight to it. It's not like you're going to be grinding for the rest of the game. That's not how it's going to work. There's several quest paths you can go on. While they're not very deep in terms of storytelling, it's kind of something that gives you a goal as to why you should go around and explore the universe, rather than, oh, well, I'm just going to go to the center because it's the center of the universe. So,
well, I'm wondering if it's actually going to be like the real universe's center, because in the real universe center of the universe is nothing but giant fucking black holes.
Well, it's center of the galaxy. That's different.
Yeah. There's no center of the universe.
There's no known. There probably is. We just don't know what it is.
But I thought they confirmed it was black holes.
No, there's black holes in the center of the galaxy.
Galaxy. In every galaxy, too.
Most galaxies.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. No Man's Sky, really cool game. Worth the $60? It depends on how finished you like your games. There are times where I look at a landscape and say, man, this is breathtaking. But I did that on the way home from dinner last night, too. So, I mean, I don't think the game's got anything up on Real World, so to speak.
Which Real World? There's been a lot of seasons.
Oh, God damn it. Shut up.
It's the worst show ever. Why would you bring up that show?
Because
you said you talked about Real World.
No, I meant no. You know what I meant. Shut up.
Do you want to talk about Road Rules?
Moving on.
Rules?
We're going to move on.
No, Road Rules versus Real World.
Yeah, those were
moving
good.
Yeah, that's
on,
right. You got to
guys.
figure out how to make breakfast in an RV
order.
while it's driving around the racetrack.
I think
Order
we
of the
should
court.
switch from. I think we should switch from No, we just from a gaming podcast to a mid-90s MTV podcast.
And with that, I am going to sign off. Thanks for watching. No. We're going to move on, whether these guys want to or not. But it's going to be Shosan's favorite part of the show. He is going to hate that he's going to miss this part of the show. I can tell you that right now.
Is the end?
No. This is the roundtable. Although that is today, that's a pretty good part. But no, this is the Six Gaming Roundtable where we ask you a question about gaming, and you come up with thoughtful responses or troll responses, whichever. Well, just give us a response. Anyway, so we are talking about more No Man's Sky this week, but I'm going to bring up an article real quick, and the title of this article says, quote, No Man's Sky's biggest thematic problem, explained in 4 tweets. And these 4 tweets come from a gentleman by the name of Walt Williams. He has a long history in gaming. He's worked on Spec Ops: The Line, The Darkness 2, BioShock 2. He's currently working on a game in 2017. He's writing books. He's into gaming. He's
a storyteller too.
Very good storyteller. And he says, quote, No Man's Sky is a beautiful game undercut by bleak expansionist mechanics. In other words, a whole universe of what can I discover and how much money will it earn me.
Yeah.
And probably the most telling line is it's Independence Day from the aliens' point of view. So our question is, are we okay with this? And does it change the way that you look at No Man's Sky or any other game for that matter?
No.
The answer is thanks for ruining the game for me, Ron. Hate myself now.
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm so sorry. But Veg, you had a quick response to this.
No. Because in that hindsight, so is StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, or any of those, or any RTS.
Minecraft, Terraria, Starbound, those games. Anything like that. Space Engineers. I mean, there's
this game in particular has the thing where you're moving between worlds and stripping them of resources, but yeah, to Veg's point, like basically any game that
with
isn't
resource management.
Yeah, with any kind of resource management. Yeah, I mean FPS is you're managing ammo and that's basically it, but any kind of game where you can get resources, your goal through the game is to get as many resources as you can. So this is basically true of any game with resources that you gather.
Hell, even Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what bothers me the most about this guy's critique of the theme of the game. Because I don't think he watched Independence Day.
No.
And spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Independence Day yet, basically you have these aliens coming into Earth, and their goal is to strip Earth first of all life. They're killing off the major cities, they're destroying all the cities, killing like millions of people, so on and so forth. And their main goal is to basically use that planet's resources, the whole fucking planet. We're not talking about like whatever's in the Grand Canyon. They're not just going to the Grand Canyon and digging things out there. They're going to use the entire planet. They're going to basically kill the planet and move on to the next planet. That's not what you do in No Man's Sky. You go to No Man's Sky, you get what you need, and then you're off. Pretty much. You
could technically strip the planet, but
but it would take you years just to do one system. These planets are huge.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying it would be a good idea. I'm just saying you could.
You could, but you're not going to go about it by destroying the whole planet's of life and then bringing your people over to start strip mining the place for you. That's not what this is. This is something different entirely. So I mean, sure, the way I'm sure he's thinking about it. Yeah, it's not the same thing, but it's on a different scale. Same idea though. You're taking what you want and then leaving.
Well, I think the problem that he has with it is that the overriding theme of the game, there's no quests that give you a reason why. I mean, maybe there are, and as I said, I haven't played it yet. But if you your whole thing, your goal is to get to the center of the galaxy, more or less, or universe, or whatever, and to do so, like you don't land on a planet usually to help people or whatever. You're landing so you can get stuff so you can sell it. And he's talking about being against consumerism.
Yes.
Mostly he's writing an article so he can get views, probably.
This actually isn't a guy writing an article. He's just made a couple tweets, and then somebody picked up the tweets and wrote an article on it.
Well, the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So.
But honestly, like, it looks like No Man's Sky has a lot of work to be done with it. I mean, yeah, it's been worked on for, 2 years, and it's still, like, it feels like an incomplete game. Like, looks like there needs to be a lot, it's lacking in the social aspect of the NPCs and stuff like that. I get the game's supposed to be fucking huge. I honestly get that. But, I'm pretty sure they want, like, something like, what's the word? They wanted more. It looks like they wanted to do a lot more with the NPCs, but just didn't, and I don't know why. And maybe it is.
The word you're looking for is rushed.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So basically, they do want to add things to this game. It's not a finished game in the sense where they're not going to update it. There's going to be free DLC, just patches, they say, and they're going to add things like freighters, bases, things like that.
If they treat this game like, sorry,
they've also mentioned that they want to allow you to build things. I mean, this is very much different from the way the base game plays. I mean, you're not moving things in a freighter. You're not trying to build things on another planet. Things like that.
If they end up treating this game like Minecraft, then I will end up buying this game.
Yeah, because Minecraft is, oh my god,
still updated every few months or something like that, and it's the same. Or Terraria. I mean, Terraria gets patch edits every once in a while. That adds entirely new avenues of gameplay, like hours and hours and hours worth of extra gameplay, just new items, all kinds of stuff. So if they see this as a project that they're going to support for years, where they keep adding new stuff and making the gameplay fresh, then that's awesome.
Yeah, I hope that's the way it works too. But as in terms of like the theme of the game, okay, I guess that sure, you're taking stuff and running off with it, but is that going to change the way that you look at daily life? Is that going to make you try to take as much as you can and make as much money as you can with it?
You know what I have to say about that?
What do you have to say about that?
Shut up and give me my cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That's because you has cheeseburger.
Oh, God damn it. Shut up.
I'm going to take the old-fashioned styrofoam container and throw it right out the side. And there's not a goddamn thing anybody can do about it because we've got the bombs.
2 words: nuclear fucking weapons.
That's 3.
We know.
Okay.
All the democracy they want. They have a big fucking democracy cake. Right to the middle of Tiananmen Square.
Oh my god. This is so good. Dennis Leary, amazing. But yeah. I mean, that's really all I have to say on it. I think... I don't think the guy's necessarily... I don't think he doesn't have a point, but I think the point that he's making is just
wrong. Not
strong at all.
No, like, oh my god. Like, I can understand, like, taking things from the environment, yeah. Like, if the game structured around, like, if you weren't supposed to, like, for certain areas, mine it because it's sacred to an alien race and you take that, I can understand that, but no, it's just the way that he went about it was like, oh, this game's nothing but consumerism. No, it's about fucking surviving on planets, and exploring. That's what it was. I don't see where we're stripping entire planets because that's impossible, at least for now, unless you can do that eventually. That kind of, then yes, I would agree. Then that would become Independence Day.
Yeah.
But I don't see that because we're supposed to be helping the alien races, not by learning their words and trading with them and stuff like that. Like I said, it feels rushed when it comes to the NPCs. Like the exploration aspect of it is awesome. I love the fucking warping. It's so much fun to watch.
It was pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, unless anyone's got anything else to add.
So what you guys are saying is enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from it.
Why do I not want to know what that's from?
Oh.
Veg, are you too young?
I'm 26, so maybe.
MGMT, Veg.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
You don't know who MGMT is?
No.
You know who Beck is?
Yeah.
Beck wrote some songs for them.
Oh, well, yeah, because I'm going to remember that.
You failed, Veg. All right.
Well, no shit.
So I think we're going to wrap this up. Again, thank you guys for watching. Definitely appreciate people stopping by and saying hi. And I think we're going to go through our illustrious cast, starting with Mr. Planet, who I just named the system after.
I can't believe you did that, by the way.
Everyone in 6 Gaming is getting a system, by the way.
Yay!
Yeah,
I think Pence, you're up next. The first one was me. The second one was Sully. And I made Show the third one. I figure I'll go through the people on the podcast next, and then start going down people in the Discord next, and then start going down people that were in the guild.
Did you hear that? He's going down on people.
I am going down people in the guild. Yes, that's right.
He's going down.
He's
He's
going
on timber.
Most musical of podcasts.
Oh man.
He's going down in an earlier round.
Say goodbye, Veg.
Goodbye.
Dan, is there anything else you could possibly add to this podcast?
Right now, when you go down, you go down.
Ron's going down in the earlier round.
More fun, I'm afraid to ask.
Down the Goblin Town. You go, my lad.
Shosan, this is your fault. This is all your fault. Please come back, please. Oh, that's going to do it for the 6 Gaming Podcast, folks. Mr. Jimmy Russells, if you would take it away.
Bum 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 bum. Swing it. Get me the fuck out of here.